Welcome back to the Balancing Healthy podcast, the first episode of 2025, which is so cool. If you listen to my last episode, I've got some bigger plans for this podcast coming into 2025. And I just have a lot of plans in general, like for business, personal life goals. I did my goals after that last episode, and I'm just like, wow, there are things on there that like I hadn't even thought of at the time of recording that episode, and I just think it's going to be so cool, and I'm so excited. Like I said in the previous one, 2024 taught me a lot of things that I didn't know I needed to know. And I'm really excited to kind of take that into 2025 and see what kind of magic we can create this year. I was doing my 2024 recap the other day that I posted to Instagram, and like it just makes me so happy when I watch it. I'm like, I just feel so happy watching it. I look so happy watching it. I've got a lot of comments just being like, I love your energy, your vibes, like so good. And like, yes, Instagram is a highlight reel, but I let that be my highlight reel because I don't give myself enough credit where credit is due. And I did some really fucking cool shit in 2024. Even though there was a lot of hard stuff as well, I did some really cool stuff and I just wanted to highlight that. So if you haven't seen it, go to my Instagram page and look at my 2024 recap. It just makes me very happy. And in the caption, I've like listed all the cool things that I did. So anyway, that's enough of that. We're in 2025 now. New year, fresh energy. And there is this whole like new year, new me vibe. But something that firstly I will touch on is New Year, New Me does not happen unless you choose to take action, unless you choose to make a change and actually fix your habits from what you were doing in 2024 and previous years to what you want to do this year. So, for example, I did put a post up on this as well. Like, for example, if you want to be a health queenie in 2025, what do you need to do? Do you actually need to start going to the gym and not just saying you're going to? Do you need to actually start taking nutrition more seriously, or are you still someone that wants to Uber Eats every 2 days? Do you need to fix your morning and nighttime routine to get some better sleep? Like, there are so many different things we can look at, and like it's so individualized to everyone. And this is something I want to touch on in the episode. But it's so individualized to everyone that you need to actually like look inwards at like, okay, what is your goal? Who do I need to be to get there? What would future me be doing if I had achieved that goal? Like you got to look at future you and what they're going to do in order to get there. So, anyway, that was kind of like a bit of a random tangent, but it kind of ties into this episode. So, this episode, I really want to talk about all these 6 week challenges, summer shreds, like all these group fitness challenges. If you're not watching, if you're just listening, that was me doing quotations. So, quote unquote, group fitness challenges um, for the summer for 2025. Like, the some of the stuff that I see online actually makes me so angry. And it's things that I don't think, like, I didn't really think was still around. But a story I'm going to touch on in a second as well is a challenge that my mum actually did recently, which was a 6 week challenge. Like I said, I'll go into it in a second. Um, but yeah, I think it's really hard because, if you're someone who's new to health and fitness, maybe it's your first time having a health and fitness goal. Maybe you're someone who's put it on the New Year's resolutions every single year, but you've never achieved it. Again, that's another thing we're going to look into. Um, I think there's a lot of misinformation out there unless you're really like involved in the health and fitness world. It can be like, who the hell is going to help me? What do I need? Like you can be so overwhelmed. And I think today I just really want to kind of break it down a little bit and just explain why these 6 week challenges don't work, why these summer shreds don't work. And yes, you might see amazing results from there. You might see like, I don't know, 8 kilos lost in 6 weeks or something ridiculous like that. And I say ridiculous for a reason because it is not maintainable. And the reason these 6 week shreds get so many clients and get so popular is because everyone wants that result. They get that result again, say like the 8 kilos lost in 6 weeks, but then they don't know how to maintain it. And then they put the weight back on and they have to go and do it again. So it's like you have to keep repeating this cycle. And like I see people go, oh, I'm going to do this 6 week challenge because I've done it before and it worked for me. And what I want you to sit with that, if you are someone that does that, what I want you to sit with is if it actually worked for you the first time, why do you need to do it again? If you'd actually lost the weight, gotten stronger, like whatever your goal was, if you'd done that and maintained it, why would you need to go back to do it again? Like, the math ain't mathing. Let's make it make sense. And I was actually on a walk this morning with one of my friends from the online space. We connected about 3 years ago through a group fitness online challenge. And we were talking about it this morning and we were just like reflecting because I am obviously a coach now. I've had a coach for a few years that was different to this person who did this challenge. Um, and my friend, she also has a coach as well. And we were just like kind of reflecting. We were like, we thought that we were getting something great and we're paying like top dollar for it. And looking back, we're like, there was actually nothing there. There was no support. The programs were not personalized. There was no checking in. Like, we barely spoke to this coach throughout the whole challenge. Like, we just felt like, nothing was personalized. We didn't actually get anything from it. Like, we were held accountable, quote unquote, again, because there was an app and stuff, but there was no actually touch points and the coach didn't ask enough questions, like, didn't actually get to know us. And so obviously, like, it wasn't, I think we'd done a few of the challenges and like it wasn't working each time. Like, that's why we were going back to it until we found our current coaches and everything. And we're just like, holy shit, like the service we get from them compared to what we were getting, we're like, oh, this is insane. So, anyway, I want to touch on these challenges and the reason they don't work. So, the reason they don't work is because they are so generic. They are not tailored to you. They're not tailored to your lifestyle, your body, your goals, your age, like your gender. Like, they are not tailored to anything. And I'm gonna draw on my mum's example that if you've been following me on Instagram for a while, I posted about this when it happened, like when she had finished the challenge. And just to preface as well, okay? Mum hasn't done a challenge with me because my mum is in her 50s. She's not like a online type person, like she's an in-person kind of person. She lives over an hour from me. So there's like we can't be doing that. Like, obviously she can ask me questions and ask for advice and stuff, and like she will do that if she needs help. But like in terms of like doing an in-person challenge, we don't live anywhere near each other. So it doesn't work for her. Like, in person is amazing. And I think you're either an in-person or an online person. And like there's not really a mix of both. I obviously do both as a coach, but I noticed that with the clients that are in person, I'm like, they are in-person people. And then there's ones that are online. I'm like, they are online people. Like, it's just there's two different people. So anyway, point being, mum was doing this challenge at a gym near her out in the country, the good old country. I'm not going to say where. Um, but yeah, she was doing this challenge and she like told me she was doing it, but she hadn't told me much about it. And then when it ended, she was like, I like, can you take a look at my body scan results? And I just realized I still have her results somewhere in my house, but they're not with me. Yes, she lost some weight, but she actually literally said the words to me. She literally goes, Sarah, I don't want to do this forever. And I said, Mum, that's exactly it. That is exactly what's wrong with these challenges. They give you such unrealistic examples like things to do. You don't want to do it forever. Hence, you'll lose the weight and then you can't maintain it. You can't keep it off and you go back to your old ways. So you're not actually changing any of your habits because the habits they've given you are so unrealistic. So, for example, my mum was drinking maybe 1 liter of water a day, right? And they wanted her to drink 3 to 4 liters every single day. Like, A, she's not doing that off the bat. That would take so long to try and go from 1 to 3 to 4. B, she'll be up pissing all day and all night. Like, it's just so unrealistic. Another thing they wanted her to do, I've got notes here because I always forget. Another thing they wanted her to do was eat 1,400 calories. Now, she's a fully fucking grown woman. 1,400 calories is less than a child would eat, right? 1,400 calories is not enough for a grown fucking woman to eat to actually just maintain, to just do normal bodily functions, then to actually work. She works in aged care. She's very physical with her job, like manual handling, all that kind of thing. To then go to the gym as well, to do her walks, to do everything. Like, there is no way that's enough fucking food for her. And I told her that the protein was like 50 grams of protein in a day or something. It was something ridiculous. I can't fully remember it now, but like, it was just stupid shit that I was like, this actually isn't like right for anyone, let alone my mum. So I was like, firstly, they're fucking with her and her hormones and everything. But that's a whole story. I won't get into that. But that was messing her up in that way. Her workouts. She showed me her training plan. I'm gonna say quote unquote training plan. There was like a couple of different workouts in there. I think they were all like full body. They had 9 exercises. Okay, for someone who was barely stepped foot in a gym, especially on her own, like she used to back in the day do some group stuff, but like boot camps and stuff, like, but not really in a gym, to go in the gym on her own, to have a workout that is 9 exercises long for someone who actually doesn't know the way around the gym, for someone who's brand new and they're programming like experienced level exercises. They wanted to do it 5 to 6 times a week. No wonder she doesn't want to do this. I said, Mum, it is so unnecessary for you to be doing. You don't need 9 exercises. I'm like, how long are you in the gym for? Like, honestly, if you gave me 9 exercises, I'd be there for nearly 2 hours, I reckon. 1.5 to 2 hours. Like I do. I mean, my training is definitely, I do give myself a bit more rest, but I'm like 5 to 6 exercises max. And that way, like if you need a quicker session, you can still get it all done, just do less rest. Or if you like, for me, sometimes like I'm like, I really want to push really fucking hard. So I'll go really heavy and I'll have longer rest between my sets. So 5 to 6 is like perfect, especially for an ADHD kind of gal like me and like a lot of people. And like low key, I'm like, mum must be ADHD as well, but don't tell her I said that. But um, yeah, to do 9 exercises, like no fucking wonder that she was really struggling. So you can kind of see what I mean in the terms of like it is so unrealistic to go from not doing anything, barely stepping foot in a gym to go to they want you to do 5 to 6 sessions a week with 9 exercises in every single one. Like, how do you go from no gym, like no time in your schedule for gym, to then having to spend 1.5 at least hours every day in the gym? It's like, this is not maintainable. It's not personalized to you. Like, they haven't asked you anything about your lifestyle, what you do for work, anything like that. Like, there's no personalization to it. And all they want is quick results. So then they take those results and they start posting it to Instagram and their website and like wherever the thing. So then more people see that and they go, oh my God, I want that result. So then more people buy into the program and then it just keeps going. So that those people that buy in, they get the same result and then same thing. They actually, put the weight back on and then, but these people that are running the programs are using these results as like their, client success stories. When in reality, if you actually looked deeper and went further, there was no success because they're actually putting it all back on, if that makes sense. I'm gonna I might wrap that bit up there. I'm like, I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but there can be so much misinformation out there, and they prey on people that, fresh off the Christmas, New Year's period, going away, eating lots of food, potentially not training. They prey on that and they go, I'm going to help you lose all your Christmas weight. When in reality, you don't need to lose your Christmas weight. Christmas weight, again, quote unquote, Christmas weight is not actual weight. It is just water weight. You're obviously feeling heavier. You're eating more. You're probably drinking more alcohol, probably less water. You're moving a bit less. Like you're not putting on X amount of kilos in that time. You don't need to lose Christmas weight. What you need to do instead is actually just go back into a good routine. Just start to implement little things like go for a little walk every day, drink an extra 500 mils of water a day. Maybe you need a little more sleep. Like whatever the thing is, you don't need to be going and doing this crazy shred 6 week challenges. I really, really just want, if anyone takes anything from this, if you are going to sign up for one of these challenges, like I just want you to have a think about what is this going to get me? Am I going to be able to do this long term? Am I going to be able to actually integrate health and fitness into my lifestyle? So that's what I want you to think about. And I'm going to lead this into my program, Balancing Her, and why this is different and all the good things about it. So, Balancing Her is literally, it's in the name. All right. It is me personalizing everything to you your training, your nutrition, your habits, everything, so that you can actually find that balance with your health and fitness, but still incorporate it into your lifestyle. So it shouldn't feel like a struggle. You shouldn't feel like you're spending every day in the gym. You shouldn't feel like meal prep is your entire life. You shouldn't feel like you have to skip social events just to quote unquote stay on track. You shouldn't feel like you need to cut out alcohol. You shouldn't feel like you need to cut out carbs or you need to cut out breakfast. Like these are the things that are actually going to put you backwards rather than bring you forwards in your health journey. So I balance everything for you. A great example of that, let's take my mum for example. What I would do with her, if she's someone that she's not training, I would say, hey, like I'm a personal trainer. Strength is so important to me. It's not just an aesthetic thing, but it's actually for your health. It's for your like body. It is for functional movement. It's for preventative. Like I don't know how many clients that, come to personal training and they say, I wish I started training sooner, or I've got this injury and like I need to reverse it, or the doctor said I needed to come to training to reverse XYZ. Like so many people go, I wish I started earlier. And I am so big on let's get stronger as a preventative measure for potential injuries down the track. Like things like, when you're having kids, like I just became an auntie and I'm just thinking like my brother and my sister-in-law, I'm like bending over the changing table, like holding the baby, like something as small as that, like anything in your life that requires moving and holding and manual handling and things like that. I'm like, let's get stronger so we can actually just do day-to-day life with minimal risk. So when we get older, we can still do things like carrying the groceries, going traveling, just generally being as independent as we can for as long as we can and minimizing the risk of injury. So anyway, I'm big on strength training. That shouldn't be a surprise. Anyway, let's go back to what I was talking about. So let's take mum, for example. So she hasn't been training. So I would say, okay, mum, let's do 1 or 2 sessions, no more than that. I say I will program it to like I'll do 2 full body sessions, let's not kill your legs and then kill your arms. Let's just do 2 full body, just some basic movement, just get you back into it. She has a few injuries, so I obviously would tailor it to her injuries. That's another thing as well. These programs aren't like these 6 week challenges, they're not tailored to injuries. That's another one. That's a fucking big one as well, but that's a whole story. So I tailor it to her injuries. And then her nutrition as well. She's actually pretty good with MyFitnessPal, to be honest, but I know that like she doesn't want to be using MyFitnessPal like forever. Like she eats pretty good in general. She's pretty good with portions and everything. So I would give her the option. You can use MyFitnessPal or you can just use my food journal. You can just take photos of it and I can give you advice that way. So that's another great thing about my app is there are 2 options for nutrition. There is MyFitnessPal, so I'll give you your calories and macros and you just track everything in that. And then it like syncs to my app so I can see it all. Um, or you can just do the food journal, which is literally you take a photo and you upload it and that's it. And then I can comment on it and give advice that way. So that's also really good for my girls that do calories and macros because say they go out for like a Saturday night meal or something, and I tell them you don't need to track it. Like you really do not. You don't even need to put it in the food journal, but if you want to, you can. And then I can like see, okay, they're missing a meal in MyFitnessPal for Saturday night, and then I go into the food journal and I can say, okay, this is what they had on Saturday night. So I can actually see everything. So it's really, really cool in that way. But anyway, that's what I was saying I would do with her. And then again, saying she's only drinking 1 liter of water a day, I would say, okay, let's aim for 1.5 to 2, and that would be the goal over the time, right? So say like, so we're doing balancing her as a 10-week program. Um, so we would start with a habit of getting to the gym. She's very good with her walks already, so that's so fine. Um, and let's look at increasing that water intake. Like that's what our focus would be. In balancing her, I do have a midway check-in. So you'll do a check-in form halfway. And what happens is I go through, all you'll do is like you'll just fill in answers to the questions. It is perfect for a halfway reflection, but then also setting intentions for the second half of the challenge. And the reason that I do that is because motivation doesn't last for 10 weeks. Like you sign up for a challenge, you go, yes, I'm so excited, like can't wait to do XYZ. Motivation's not going to be there. it's not going to be there for the whole 10 weeks. So that midway point is perfect for you to be like, okay, like let's reflect on how I've been going. What do I need to change? What do we need to focus on moving forward? I work with you, I talk to you through it all, and then we can adjust anything we need to, or we can just keep going on the same path. So midway check-in, sorry, and end of challenge check-in as well. They are perfect because then the end of challenge one as well, I literally again talk to, okay, how did this challenge go as a whole? This is what I think you should focus on moving forward, and this is what you can take with you. So that is kind of how I would structure things for mum, for example, as opposed to what they did. Let me read these things again. 1,400 calories, trained 5 to 6 times a week, 9 exercises in each one. Like it's just drinking 3 to 4 liters a day. Like it's just stupid shit you don't need to be doing. So, um, that is how an example of how I would tailor it for her. Everyone is so different. Some people need home programs, some people need gym programs. Like it depends on everyone's history on how I would do everything, but it is personalized. Like the whole point is it's personalized, and I want you guys to actually learn from this and actually take it moving forward for the rest of the year, the rest of your life, whatever feels good. Some people will come back and do the challenge like again and again, but sometimes it's just for accountability. So there's no like, there's no like I've put on X amount of weight again and then now I need to lose it. It's just like, oh, I just loved the accountability. I loved the group chats. I loved all this stuff. So I just want to be a part of it again for another 10 weeks. So that is kind of that. I guess I'll kind of run through logistics now. There is a lot in there, which is why I've got a little thing on my phone because I know I always forget everything. So I've obviously just talked about you get your training done for you. So you get 2 5-week training blocks, so the first 5 weeks and the second 5 weeks. So again, I use that first 5 weeks and I look at the data and the weights and everything, and I look and then I personalize it to the next 5 weeks for you, like see how we can build on that and get you even more strength and get you feeling good and everything like that. Um, like I said, home or gym options available. There's video demonstrations in the app as well. So like form like videos, like so you can see how you need to do a movement. And then you can also send me form videos as well so I can check it. I have over I don't know how long I've been PTing for. 2.5 years I've been a trainer for. So lots of experience, my friends. You could literally send me a video of a deadlift and I can tell you all the things we need to work on. So slay for that. Um, Personalized nutrition, like I said, you can track your photos and measurements. So we do them at the start, in the middle, and the end as well. And again, not everyone's goal is weight loss, but sometimes maintaining, you can actually still see such difference in your body composition. So scales might say nothing, like they might say the exact same, or they might even go up a bit, but your body, like your photos and your measurements, will tell me the actual story. And that's also where strength training comes in. So that is a big one for me, having that in there. Custom habit tracking, like I said. There's 24/7 access to message me in the app, so you can message me whenever you need to. I'm obviously not in there 24/7, but you can message me in there whenever you need to, and then I'll see it when I next get into it. Um, there is the group chat, which is really cool. There's also a community page, which is on a different app. So I have two apps. One of them is the actual training app, and one is the community app. Um, and that's really, really cool because it's just a great way to like share wins and accountability and stuff like that. And then weekly challenges as well for extra accountability. We also have weekly video calls. So when I say video calls, it's an educational call. Every week I do a different topic, and I'm gonna, they're not to go for too long, but the first one, for example, it's going to be on the first day, introducing each other, sharing our goals. We're going to be sharing accountability, just getting to know each other, just setting the tone for the oh my God, 6 weeks. No, for the 10 weeks. Then the next, there's going to be a week on nutrition. So I'll do a call on everything you need to know in regards to nutrition, eating out, tracking, non-tracking, proteins, things like that. There'll be a call to do with training. So, again, I have a lot of experience as a PT. My common things that I see, like common mistakes I see in the gym, how you can fix it, little tweaks you can make to really get the most out of your training and get really strong. Things like that. That I've also I've got a couple of guest speakers. I've got one of my beautiful friends, Charlotte. She actually is living in Canada at the moment. She is this incredible mindset mentor, and I had her on for a previous round in 2024, and she like it was a 2 hour call. Like that's how in depth we got, which the calls don't go for 2 hours. Like we're not taking that much of your time, but that was just how that call went. So powerful. One of my favorite calls ever. She's just incredible the way that she can help with mindset and like relate to the gym and training and like health and nutrition and everything. So she's incredible. I've got a couple of guests. I'm really excited. I'm currently in the process of still um confirming my guests and confirming a few other things, but I've got a couple of guests. So every single week there's going to be a call and you get access to the replays forever. So they are also stored in that community app I was talking about before, which is really, really cool because then you've got access to that forever. And if you feel like you just need a refresher or a pep talk on something, they're all in there for you. Um, and it's just really, really, really exciting. So little things like that. I also, dive deeper into things like menstrual cycle, and there's so many aspects of health that are so important that I like to touch on a little bit each week and kind of set a theme for the week, if that makes sense. So it's not like I'm throwing everything at you in one go. It's like, okay, each week we're going to start basic and then we're going to work our way up, just like adding a layer gradually, which I think is so, so perfect. And it's just exactly what we need. Um, I also have a recipe library, which you'll get access to. Again, it's in that community app, um, which is just for inspo. I am very big on easy, budget-friendly, nutritious meals for you, for the fam. You can meal prep it. Most of them you can meal prep. Um, just like health and fitness should be simple and it shouldn't be expensive, and you don't need to make fancy meals all the time. Like it should just be so straightforward. And I mean, you can if you want to make fancy meals, but like you don't need to, and you can repeat things if you want to. So it's just good for a little bit of inspo, if you need. I'm not big on meal plans. I don't think they really teach you a lot, which is where the weekly calls come in, and the group chats come in, because I am the one that's going to be actually teaching you what you need to know, not you looking at a meal plan and being like, okay, well, now what? So, yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents with meal plans. And then very exciting as well, I'm currently organizing prizes for the end of the challenge, which again, it's not a weight loss challenge. It's not like who's going to lose the most weight. It is who is the most active in the community, who's the most involved. Like, whoever I can just kind of see like really transform through this challenge. Believe I'm going to do a couple of prizes. I really like doing prizes for things like this. It's really, really cool. So I'll announce them over my Instagram when I've like confirmed them. And the other thing as well, I'm in the midst of organizing is a group photo shoot at the end. So if you're in Melbourne or you want to travel to Melbourne, we're gonna have a group photo shoot. Again, I'm just finalizing logistics and things like that so I can actually it'll be an add-on the cost because photo shoots are expensive. But it'll be such a fun day. Like just like we'll come in, there's gonna be like food and a grazing table, and I'll have a few friends with me, and like we're just gonna literally have fun, and like I can just picture, you know, color and balloons and confetti and just like all the fun things. If you've seen my recent photos on Instagram that I've been using for my previous photo shoot. Like I'm using the same photographer and she is just such a vibe. And my friends who were there are such a vibe. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. And we're just going to like recreate that being a group setting. I'm so excited. So yeah, that's something I'm still finalizing. But yeah, there's a lot jam-packed into this. But the main thing I want you to take away is that this challenge is to balance your life. So it's balancing her, because obviously balancing, we want to be able to balance life, health, fitness, everything, and her is you. So this is your chance to focus on you, to put you first, to get you from feeling like I fucking hate health, I fucking hate the gym, I hate having to eat health, quote unquote healthy, like I hate meal prepping, I hate this. Like takes you from dreading anything to do with health and fitness and falling off the bandwagon to actually this is fun. Actually, I do get to eat these fun foods and I do get to have some alcohol and I do get to go to social events and I do get to have rest days and I do get to train how I enjoy and, move my body in a way that I love and actually enjoy incorporating it as part of your day-to-day lifestyle. So I'm so excited. I've already got a couple of girls in there. I'm very, very excited. My one-on-one clients also get, or I'm saying automatic, immediate. Oh my God, I can't think of the word. Automatic access to the challenge as well. So we've already got quite a number of girls that are in it, that are keen, excited, ready to go. As for actual logistics, sorry, we are starting this round on the 3rd of Feb. It's a Monday. I've intentionally started it on the 3rd of Feb. So then it gives you time to come back from your holiday, like kind of, you know, if you're away, get back into that work routine. I know a lot of teachers are going to be, prepping for the start of term one for 2025. Just kind of get you back into that routine, get you start to thinking about your healthy habits. Like when we do set up, I really go in depth with you and I really want to know about you, your lifestyle, your hobbies, your goals, everything, career, everything like that. So then I can get you thinking about, okay, how can we make this work for you in the 10 weeks? Um, get you thinking about it, get you set up. So then when we hit the 3rd of Feb, we're like, fuck yeah, ready to go. Can't wait. Stoked. And then it runs until the 13th of April, which is a Sunday. So photo shoot will be on the 12th of April. That's the logistic I know for that. I don't have the rest of it yet. But yeah, 12th of April for the photo shoot. Last day of the challenge is the 13th of April. And that is intentionally for us to finish a week before Easter as well, because I really want you guys to be able to finish this challenge and feel so fucking content and so happy and so confident and so balanced that you can go into Easter without a care in the world in terms of like you're not feeling guilty with food, like you're just feeling amazing. You're feeling like, yes, I can eat this food, but you don't feel like you're overindulging. Like, have a hot cross bun, have chocolate for breakfast, whatever the fuck you want. If you know me, I'm a chocolate fiend. I fucking love chocolate. It is my thing. I have it every single day and I live my best healthy life. So I just want to show you guys that you can do these things too. So yeah, intentionally finishing before the week before Easter, sorry, so you can go into Easter feeling fucking fantastic. Um, and the only other thing I think I had to say was, oh, pricing. So it is at $55 per week. So this is when this podcast is going live on the 2nd of January. It is at $55 per week. You can sign up now and not start paying until the 2nd of Feb. So payment comes out on a Sunday, like the week before. So for 10 weeks, $55 a week. Or you can pay in full for 50, not for 55, for 550. Or if you need an extended payment plan, let me know and I'll create one for you. So I think it can come down to as little as like $35 a week, depending on when you start your payment plan. Um, but as always, well, not as always, I said this in my last episode, so I'm going to reiterate it in this episode. Potty listeners, because you guys are here, you're listening to the Balancing Healthy podcast, I have a 10% off for you guys always. So 10% off the $55 is 50, I think. I think it goes down to 50. I always get so like I'm like it's so simple math that I'm so confused. Anyway, it's 10% off. So message me if you are keen and you've come from the podcast. I'll give you 10% off whatever, like however the payment plan you choose. It'll be 10% off that. So if it's $55 a week, it'll go down to 50. If you're paying extended, whatever the 10% off that is. But like overall you save the same amount of money. So 10% off. Um, I'm really excited. Really, really, really excited. And I hope you guys too. And I hope you can feel this, especially if you're watching, if you're listening. I hope you can feel the excitement for this challenge. Like it's something that I did run a few group challenges last year and I was meant to run a third one, but I was like, nah, it's just like what it was Elevate for those who, if you are unsure, it was called Elevate. Which the point of Elevate was because I want to elevate your life. Like I want to take you from A to B. Like I want to make things amazing for you. But there was just something like mid last year that I was just like, no, like this needs like a change. It needs like a rebrand. It needs to be something that's more me. Like and I couldn't put my finger on it. And then when I got balancing her, I was just like, fucking oath, like this is the shit. Like I'm so fucking excited. This program will change your life. Like I guarantee it will change the way you see health and fitness. And it'll keep you so accountable for the first 1, 2, 3.5 months of the year. Like, I shit you not, it is incredible. And the mental transformations you get, the confidence you get, just insane. And I cannot wait to change so many lives. I feel like 2025 is going to be amazing. Like I said, this is already my biggest round yet so far. So if you want to join, you want to be a part of this beautiful community with all these beautiful women, let me know. I'll give you 10% off. Just say that you came from the potty and then it'll be nice and easy done. If you're unsure, if you have any questions, if you're like, is it going to work for me? Like, talk to me. I am so open to anything. Anyone who knows me, I'm straight in there with a voice message. I'm like, hey, like, let's chat about it. Let's talk it out. Let's see what we can do and how I can help you. So yeah, I'm really excited. If you literally do this 10 weeks and you take what you learn and you apply it to your life, like, game fucking changer. So, yeah. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you're all having a beautiful start to 2025. I cannot believe we're in 2025. It feels so fucking surreal. Um, I'm just so excited. Oh my God, I'm really like my eyes are teary if you're watching. I just like I got that excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, listening, however you're consuming the podcast. As always, if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, rate it, comment, share it on Instagram, like subscribe to the podcast, whatever you haven't done yet. You share it on Instagram, make sure to tag me at Coach by Says so that I can see and I can reshare. I'm so excited. And I really, really, really appreciate you guys for being here. Hence, I'm giving you the discount for balancing her because I really appreciate you guys listening to the podcast and just messaging me those little things. Like, I got a lot of good messages from my last one. Like, it was obviously very vulnerable. If you've listened to it, I did start bawling my eyes out. Um, and like just getting messages from like old clients even just being like, oh my God, I cannot believe your growth. And like I was crying with you and like it's just, yeah, it's like you can feel it through the podcast. And I'm so, so grateful that in 2024 I said, fuck yeah, like let's do a podcast because I love to yap and this is this is what I'm here for. So 2025 is going to be big. She's going to be better, and I can't wait to bring more to you guys. So, anyway, I'll see you guys in a fortnight's time. Thank you so much for being here. Love you. Appreciate you. Bye.